This is the Photoshop lesson for Pixel Stretch. Our goal is to try and make this girl right here holding the L chair. Looks like she's running really fast. First thing I'm going to do is select the rectangular marquee tool. The second one from the top, it's a rectangle that looks like a bunch of dashed lines. Click that, and I'm going to choose this area right here from the top of her hat to the bottom of her boot. Actually, I'm going to redraw this and move it over just a little bit. I want to try and include her eye if I can. There we go. Top of the hat to the bottom of the boot. You want to try and get the selection area as thin as possible. While I'm holding down my mouse, I can see the width and height of this selection area. Mine says 0.04. If yours is somewhere near that, that would be fine. Now I'm going to copy and paste that selection area. Edit, copy, edit, paste. Now we have that selection area is called layer 1. I've just copied and pasted that. This part you won't see on my screen. You need to look down at your keyboard. You have up and down arrow keys on the right, left and right. I want you to push the left arrow key over. I've got the wrong thing selected. You need to choose the move tool first, then choose the left arrow key on your keyboard. When you do that, that little section, layer 1, the part that you selected earlier and copied and pasted, is going to start moving. I want to drag it over to right about here, right about where the letter E is on the next person's chair. So I've moved it over to the left. The next part you're not going to see on the screen, you need to look at your keyboard and hold down the controlled key. It's on the bottom left of the keyboard, CTRL. Hold that down with one finger. I'm using my pinky finger. Then I'm going to press the letter T, control and the letter T at the same time. When I do that, that's basically transform. It's a shortcut for transform. I now have this area selected, got little boxes on the edges of it. Then, this is important, go back to your keyboard, hold down the Shift key with your left hand. With your right hand, take your mouse and drag this out from about her face all the way to the side. So basically, we just took that area and we stretched out all of those pixels from left to right. When you've done that, click the check mark at the top. Now we need to go through and erase a little bit of her body right here so that we can see what's underneath these stretched pixels. There's several ways you can do this. What I like to do is I like to make this top layer, these stretched pixels, a little thinner. You do that by going over here to your layers menu and click opacity. Let's turn it down to around 40. That way we can still see it, but we see more of her. Then choose your eraser tool. If you hold it down and see it, click eraser tool to make sure you have the right one. And my selection area is a little bit big. If I started erasing this, I might erase too much. If you want to change the size of your eraser or your selection area, you can click up here and change your size. But a faster way is look at your keyboard again. Look for the letter P. Next to the letter P are two brackets, open bracket and close bracket. When I press the bracket next to the letter P, the selection area gets smaller. When I press the other bracket to the right of that, it gets bigger. These are the shortcuts for making your selection area be smaller and bigger. So I'm going to make mine a little smaller, and I'm just going to erase on top of her hat. I'm going to erase this layer 1, these stretch pixels on top of her hand. I'm going to get rid of it on top of the chair. I'm actually going to make my selection area a little bit bigger now. I'm going to erase a little bit more. Now I'm down on her leg. I need to make it a little smaller. Get the boots, get the leg. There we go. If you need to go check, you can always turn your opacity back up. Probably need to get a little bit more right in here. If you erase too much, edit, undo is a great thing. Good enough. When you're ready, turn the opacity back up. And now it looks like she's running really fast. She's streaking by. She's going so fast that her pixels are being stretched out. Now, this is like the worst example picture we can do this with. It is so much more fun when we're working with a picture of somebody actually running. Here's a recent example of a football player, and we've stretched out those pixels. This was the original. There's with the pixel stretch. Let's see if I have another one. Oh, here's a really cool one of a track runner. Really cool pixel stretch. It looks like she's going extra, extra fast. This one is fine for just showing you how to do a basic pixel stretch. Next step is to save it. File, save as, call it Goaltender's Yell done. You could save it as a PSD. I don't think we're gonna go back and edit this one, and in order for me to grade it faster, please go ahead and choose JPEG, the first JPEG on the file format. Goaltenders yell done, JPEG format, the top one, you probably have 3 different JPEGs, always choose the top one, click save, and then turn that in on Schoology. Oh, don't forget to click OK right there.